Come get your kingdom recharge. In case your morning was hard, get your kingdom recharge. Thank God you made it this far. Get mercy for your mistakes. Come reconnect with God's grace. Just take a moment of praise. Recharge.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back again for our afternoon recharge. As I got to reading a little bit more in Philippians chapter 4, of course, I stumbled upon a very familiar scripture that I'm sure everybody has heard countless times before, and probably everybody knows this scripture just like they know the 23rd Psalms. And this Philippians 4:13, it says, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me." So I was just kind of thinking about that scripture, kind of meditating on it a little bit, and I was just thinking about just the power in that scripture. It says I can do all things. So in other words, there's no limits. So all means no limits through Christ. And when we talk about through Christ, we're talking about, so Christ is that transportation device that gets us to wherever we need to go. So what that means is, if we look to other transportation devices such as our parents, such as Facebook, such as a friend, there's some things that we won't be able to do. We can't do all things for that. There's some things that our parents can lead us to. There's some things that some good advice out there on TikTok and Facebook that may allow us to accomplish some things. But if we're trying to accomplish all things, so if we want no failures, no limits, we got to go back to that scripture which says I can do all things through Christ. So Christ is that transportation. He's the one that's going to get us to those all things, which strengthens us, which means he gives us the strength. He provides. He's not only that transportation to get us there, but he's the one who sustains us and helps us get to, gives us what we need, everything that we need to make that a successful journey and a successful trip. So if there's something in you, something that God has placed in you that you're trying to do, you're trying to figure out how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, even why you should be doing it. Let's take a look at that scripture which says I can do all things through Christ, which means that you got to start with Christ. That means throughout your process you got to keep Christ, and then at the ending place, Christ is going to be there because he's going to help you accomplish that goal. So there's nothing that you can't do if you use Christ as your transportation device. So just think on that. I know you guys have some big things in mind. I know you guys have some big things that you would like to do. That's the way to do it. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things. There's no limits through Christ, which strengthens me and you. Hope everybody has a blessed rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning for our Friday morning Power Up. Be blessed.
Come get your kingdom recharge. In case your morning was hard, get your kingdom recharge.